What's the strangest incident that's happened on an airline flight? I was on a red-eye flight from Seattle to Chicago. Middle seat, aisle to my right, stranger to my left, snoring into his hoodie. Everything was normal until about 90 minutes in, when the cabin lights were dim and most passengers were half asleep or watching movies. Suddenly, from a few rows back, we hear this loud, panicked whisper, "It's hatching!" Everyone turned, but no one could quite see what was going on. Then a flight attendant rushes past, headed to row 21. A guy was standing up, holding a shoebox wrapped in cling film, sweating bullets, saying, "It's not supposed to hatch until tomorrow." The box starts moving. Flight attendant backs up, saying, "Sir, is that an animal?" He shouts, "It's a turtle, but like a rare one." It wasn't just a turtle. It was a nest of baby turtles. Apparently, he had smuggled the box on board, thinking it would stay cool enough in the overhead bin to delay hatching. The heat and pressure in the cabin triggered early birth, and now 5 tiny turtles were crawling around inside the box. He had a whole setup: moist paper towels, a tiny water bottle, a heat lamp he'd planned to plug in at the hotel. Security wasn't called yet, but the flight attendants were losing it. Not because they were mad, but because no one had a protocol for mid-air turtle births. One of the crew members grabbed plastic food containers and gently started transferring the baby turtles into them, while the guy kept apologizing, saying, "I just wanted to see them hatch with my own eyes. I swear, I saw someone recording it from 3 rows up." The woman in front of me asked if this counted as a biohazard. Another guy asked if he could keep one. The pilot came over the speaker and said, "We'd like to remind everyone to keep personal items, living or otherwise, secure at all times." Everyone laughed and the tension broke. When we landed, animal control met us at the gate, gently took the hatchlings, and told the man he'd be fined, but they wouldn't press further charges. As he walked off, he looked at me and said, "Worth it." Honestly, I kind of believed him. Later, while we were waiting to exit, the same flight attendant said it was the most bizarre in-flight issue she'd had in 12 years of flying. Someone else joked, "Better than snakes on a plane." Apparently, the man had flown in from Thailand with the turtle eggs hidden in a padded lunchbox. He thought he'd keep them refrigerated in the hotel, but a last-minute flight change forced him to take them with him. The eggs were from a rare soft-shell species, and he had planned to raise them in a homemade pond. When asked how he even got them through security, he shrugged and said, "TSA just thought it was lunch." A woman near me muttered, "Well, technically it was." The airline had to file an incident report, and the crew had to take pictures for the record. The containers they used for the turtles were actually salad bowls from first class. Someone asked if they would be reused. Everyone collectively said no. While we waited to deplane, a toddler behind me kept asking his mom if he could get a turtle egg too. By the time we walked into the terminal, the story had already made its way around the gate, people clapping, others shaking their heads in disbelief. The guy even posed for a photo with one of the airport staff, proudly holding an empty plastic container like it was a trophy. The strangest part? No one was angry, just amazed. Maybe it was the late hour, maybe the sheer absurdity of it, but there was this odd sense of community in witnessing something so out of the ordinary together. As for me, I'll never hear the word hatching the same way again. And every time I fly now, I can't help but glance at the overhead bins and wonder if someone's traveling with something that might come to life at 30,000 feet.